Hello Terraria enthusiasts, my name is James, and now in today's video I don't have anything new to show you, but what I do have is some possible connections between a few different screenshots we've seen over the past couple of weeks that will point towards how we start this brand new boss event and how we'll maybe unlock some of the new vanity outfits. Now all of this has kind of been possible due to the fact I spent quite a few hours with Dungeon Defenders 2, like I finally sunk some hours into it, and I think that's why I'm drawing all these connections. So in the very first screenshot we actually saw when the crossover was announced was all of these characters inside of a house, and I'm just going to be breaking down that image with a little bit more knowledge and talk about how it could relate to the actual event. Now on the top floor we have 4 characters here. So the first one is actually the monk from the game, and he's an unlockable character. He's part of the original 4 in Dungeon Defenders 2, and he's pretty awesome. Now we also have the wizard, which we've seen in other screenshots and GIFs. Now he's got that high fantasy look to him. He's got, you know, the hat covering his eyes. It looks really cool. But next to him we also have the knight. Now the knight is a very powerful hack and slash kind of dude. And we also have the archer, which kind of looks a little bit like Link from the Zelda series. Now, what's interesting is the part at the bottom of the house, the tavern. Now, this Tavern Master, he can actually be found in the lobby for Dungeon Defenders 2, and we found out about him yesterday. And I put myself on the spot yesterday, and I said, maybe you spawn him in by building yourself a bar. Maybe to have this Tavern Master, you need a house that has a few kegs in it. Well, you know, the answer was kind of lying us straight in the face, because we actually had this image a few weeks ago and I never mentioned it because I just thought it was a vanity outfit. But no, it's an actual NPC, and as you can see, there he is living in a tavern. So I personally believe that this dude lives in the tavern. Very cool. However, I did notice one thing that I thought was really interesting. So at the top of the house you have the war table. Now the war table in Dungeon Defenders 2 is this little table where you decide which map you plan on playing. Now I think that this is the summoning device for the boss event. So you'll have to get this table some way, somehow. I'm not too sure exactly what that's going to be yet, but once you actually have it, you'll be able to click on it and maybe select either wave 1, 2 or 3 depending on the difficulty, or something along those lines. Now at the bottom above the Tavern Master, you can actually see in this item frame there is a little coin. Now this coin is actually something that you get for completing a round on Dungeon Defenders 2. It's like a little bit of currency, and I personally think that it is your goal to get this currency to build it up and then use a special item that you can find in Dungeon Defenders 2 and also in the screenshot called the Forge, or like the Hero's Forge or the Defender's Forge, something along those lines. And I think it's kind of like a vending machine that you'll spend those in-game currency that you got from the rounds on the vanity outfits. That's how I personally think it's going to happen. I don't think they're going to drop from enemies. I think you're going to use the war table to start a round, so depending on whereabouts you are in the game, you can start an easy, medium or hard mode. You get this currency for completing the end of a wave or the end of a few waves. You then go to that vending machine and it will give you the vanity. Now, I'm kind of grasping at straws here, and I'm not always right, but we have had a pretty good track record on the channel recently. Now, other than that, the only actual news I have is this little bit of snooping I did. So they have a little loading screen for Dungeon Defenders 2, and here you can see the Dryad in shadow scale armor, and I think that this is going to be a purchasable vanity set for the Dryad hero when you're actually playing Dungeon Defenders 2. So interesting stuff. So we had all of that information, and my lack of Dungeon Defenders 2 knowledge let me down, but I'm glad I finally connected all the pieces. So what do you guys think? Do you think I'm correct on this? Do you believe that my theory is right? Let me know in the comment section down below, and if you have any other theories, it'd be great to hear them. Have an absolutely wonderful day everyone, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.